Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with a couple of Brian Brown Knives Raptors here for a review. I'm gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of these two bad boys, and I really hope you enjoy this video. So look at this, we got two pouches here. Let's see what is inside. So we got one over here, and by the way, these pouches also are containing a couple of certificate of authenticity. The other pouch, it's padded as a dual velvety pocket on the inside, is zippered, and look at this, on the inside you're gonna find these two fellas, Raptor. This is the version 1 v1, and you can appreciate a couple of versions, like titanium frame lock for both the knives, but this one has a more like blasted finish. This is more stone washed, a little bit darkened, and of course PVD coating on the left, and you see a belt satin on the right. Pretty much the specs are the same. I mean, nothing nothing very different except for just the colors and the finishes. So I don't know, we can, of course, this is gonna be a little bit lighter because of these speedos, so we're gonna just keep this thing on the table and check it out. So look at this, 3.5-inch for the blade, but we have 3 inches for the cutting edge and 4.25 for the handle. Overall, this fella is going to be 7.75 inches. I'm just going to show you a couple of options right over here, like small and large Sebenza 21. Sorry, small 21. This is the large in Cosi. To give you just a little perspective on these fellas. Also, I want to show you a couple of holds, just a haptic and a Spectre. Nothing to see right here, like there's nothing to see right here with these two Shirogorov Neon NL and F95 Antique, just to show you like full-size knife, pretty much. I mean, just look at this shot, for example, to show how good the Neon NL handle-to-blade ratio is. Just check it out, right? No, this is gonna stay. This is gonna go. Anyways, Brian Brown Knives. This is a knife made in China. It's not a custom. You can also find, of course, like the custom version of this one, but this is the production version made by Riyadh in China. This thing is around like 500, 450 in that ballpark. So not a cheap one by any means. I mean, this is a well-made knife, 100% titanium frame lock. In this case, you get some blue anodized titanium colors. You get blue anodized spacer matching the colors. Extensive chamfering and rounded off scales, like very well done. You have more chamfering here, as you can see, and then, for example, this side over here, and it's pretty comfy. There's some internal chamfering, and you have internal skeletonization to reduce the weight, and that is a pretty good thing. You have a wide and large finger groove, basically for the full length of the handle. It's gonna allocate at least 3 fingers, like nice and comfy, and this thumb ramp, really, it's spectacularly designed. So this is gonna be held like that, and it feels pretty comfy in the hand. You have a nice back spacer, which is showing to you this. Here we go, blade, which is centered, but maybe favoring a little bit show side. It's overall, when closed, it has nice lines. Probably my only gripe is like this point right over here, kind of like, you know, is harpooning in this way. So it just kind of like is disrupting the fluidity of the lines, in my opinion. The screws are not protruding, like this is indented, kind of like concave. It's spinning, so just keep that in mind. A couple of screws for the handle, and you're pretty much good to go. You get a ceramic detent ball right over there under the hood. Tip-up carry only, titanium pocket clip, nicely milled, pretty well sculpted right over here. It is a little bit, it's not too stiff, but it's a little bit short for like a full-size knife, but still it works pretty well. And then you get this M390 steel blade. This is a belt grind, belt satin perpendicular lines. You have horizontal for the flats and vertical for the hollow grind. Look at this. This is pretty cool hollow grind. Nice aggressive swedge harpooning. The jimping also is absolutely functional. I really like the fact that it's just ramping up a little bit like that. It's very comfy, bitey, so it's not gonna go anywhere. Really, really cool. Also, what I really love, you guys might know, is the absence of any kind of billboarding on the blade. Pretty sterile looking. It's clean. And look at this hollow grind. It's nice and shiny, looking good for sure. Nice plunge grind. You see that it's recessed, so you have plenty of space to sharpen your micro bevel. You have thumb studs, which are blue anodized, matching the collar and the spacer. I'm surprised actually the clip is not anodized. I would be like, you know, all the accent would be matching, but yeah, that's just me. Like, you know, it's not matching. Also in this case, you know, you have the just spacer and collars. There's no even the screws are not anodized, so it's just like that. Also the sound that this guy makes, look at that. That's a nice deep thwack. Beautiful. When you close it, deep thwack and quite clink. I'm very surprised with this acoustics because it's pleasant. It's not like the best sounding knife on the planet, but very, very pleasant. I like it. Also, the weight is not too much. There's quite some... there's a good feel in the hand when you hold this fella. It's gonna be like 3.64 ounces, so nothing too crazy. Well contained. The stock thickness is thick, but nothing too crazy. The slabs of titanium are quite thin, internally skeletonized, and that's why the weight reduction is gonna work. Also, you don't have any odd spots, so it feels pretty good. And then it's a little bit on the thin side here. It's kind of like a little bit too thin in the hand. You don't have that. You know, the full handle feel. Like you see that the belly here, for example, is like it's missing here. So it's good. You have a wide groove, but I need this belly here to feel like a substantially strong purchase in my hand. This is nice, but the blade is great, but this is probably a little bit less proportion to the blade size. But still, in the hand, this guy is gonna feel good. This is gonna act as a nice finger guard like that. It's pretty good. You can do reverse grip. Yeah, pretty comfy. I mean, I feel a little bit here, but the clip is not creating any hot spot. It's pretty good. Obviously, you know, this finish here is gonna have like a render like a slippery surface. It's not grippy at all, but fit and finish is spot on in the Riat tradition. Nothing is I mean, there's nothing wrong with this thing. It is just a little bit off center. The tip is safely recessed. You have an over travel lock bar stabilizer screwed in from the outside, external cutout for the lock bar. I mean, you even have the logo right over here, so it's not gonna disrupt the cleanliness of the lines. It is well made, guys. I really like this fella over here. There's no rattling when closed. The blade doesn't play, no up and down. It is solid. It is robust. You have a back spacer which is rigid, so there's not much flex going on over here. It feels good, guys. This fella is running on bearings, and that's why you have this action. Like, it flies open with the thumb stud. You can do, of course, like a slow roll like this. You can do maybe... Yeah, you can do like a spidey flick. You can do maybe with the index finger. Yeah, you can even do index. Of course, the thumb. Of course, you can do two-handed opening. It has a nice fidget factor. Nice action. Disengage the lock bar. Hold it vertically. It doesn't go down. Just a little wiggle to close this fella. And yeah, it's going to give you some nice satisfactory feeling when you just flick it with your thumb. Very, very good action. Nice detent, beautifully dialed in, pretty cool design. I honestly prefer this to the Jaeger. It's more my style. It's nice. It has a nice flow to the overall construction, and the action is definitely spot on. So there you have it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned.